Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I wanted to give you guys my perspective on the Pixel 3 after almost owning it for an entire year, with a little twist to it. And let me just say this right now, for yesterday's video that I posted up where I had those photos and videos, this was the phone that I shot it from. And the reason why I said it was average is because you could take your time trying to make photos look absolutely like the best that it possibly could if you learn some tips and tricks from actual professional photographers. But for an average person who's just going to point, click, and shoot, those are some of the things that you may experience. And so I wanted to see what people's thoughts were from looking at those photos. And, you know, shout out to Sneed. He actually answered on there saying that he believes it's the OG Pixel. To his surprising, he's going to find out it's the Pixel 3. But anyways, why am I talking about the Pixel 3 right now? Well, reason why is that in 2019, I would definitely say that the Pixel 4 is the most controversial phone out there. In 2019, it's a love-hate thing. Oh, some people love it, some people hate it. But a lot of people are like, I want to try a Pixel. I want to try a Pixel, but the Pixel 4 lacks a biometric fingerprint sensor, something that I definitely use to get into my banking app and several other applications that I use on a day-to-day. Some people just don't want to rely completely on 3D facial recognition unlock. Some people don't like the design. Some people don't like that it has a telephoto and a regular lens in the back. So, with all those things being thrown at people, let me tell you guys right now, the Pixel 3 is still a good option to buy. At only $499, you can get a Pixel 3 right now and basically have a decent experience with it. I say decent because for me, I think it's a phenomenal phone. The Pixel 3 in my book still kicks a lot of major, and that's why I still use it today, is because it's really good. Okay? Yes, it has a 2915 milliamp hour battery. Most people will say, oh my gosh, that's weak battery, it's gonna die complete and quick. But I want to say this right now, that the software optimization with this, along with the Snapdragon 845 and 4 gigabytes of RAM, work hand in hand, almost like harmony. That I get a pretty decent amount of battery life. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I get an entire day. Yes, I have to end up charging this phone at some point in the day. If I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I end up throwing this thing on a charger by 4 in the afternoon just to top it up. So it'll probably be down to like 31 or 29%. I'll charge it back up to 100. But it does have fast charging, and that's one of the great things about it. And if you have the Pixel stand, it has fast charging on the Pixel stand. Any other cheap wireless charger, it's going to just charge normally. But even then, it doesn't take too long to charge. So I got to give it up to them for that. So yes. Now, if you want bigger battery, you're going to have to go with the 3XL. $599 for the 3XL. It does have that notch, but you do have the ability to turn that off in developer options if you want to hide it. Now, with this phone, 2 sensors on the front. Why? Well, you have a regular selfie cam, and then you have a cam, and it's a wide angle. It's a wide angle, but I'm laughing because, you know, like, people wondered why did Apple come up with Selfie for you know, yeah, Selfie, like slow motion selfie mode. Well, when this phone debuted, they started having things called groupies. And it's just the darndest thing to say to someone like, hey, do you want to do a groupie? Yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Do you want to do a groupie? So anyways, yes, it's just, yeah, it's, yeah, don't go up to people and say that, because that's just going to be really, really weird, okay? You can say group selfie, but you can capture a whole lot. And I think that's where it matters most, in my opinion, when it comes to, like, if you're wanting a wide angle. If you definitely have to have a wide angle, one of the best places that it should be at is in the selfie, because we take a lot of selfies nowadays. We love to get in there and just take selfies everywhere we go. You know, burger shop here, McDonald's there, Taco Bell there. It's boom, boom, boom. And the thing about that is that you don't have to do a whole lot to capture a whole lot of people in it. If you want to have like 8 of your friends, you can do that. I mean, what was it on the Ellen show? They actually tested out. No, that wasn't the Ellen show, because that was the Note. Sorry, wrong show. But they tested it out on the show. I forgot what show it was. And yeah, it captured a lot. You got a lot in the background. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Don't mind my son. He's like so super energetic right now. He's got the whole house to himself. He's just running around. Don't mind him. But yeah, so Yes, while people want super, like ultra wide angle on the back so they can capture a big view, a big field of view when they take a photo. It's not there on the Pixel 3, obviously. It's not there on the Pixel 4, but you can do it with the Selfie cam. Like I said, water resistance and all that good stuff is there. Tap to pay is there. Wireless charging there. Pretty solid phone, and it goes for $499, which obviously basically $500 is not too bad at a price point. Yes, it's last year's flagship, and yes, it has biometric, and no, it does not have 3.5mm headphone jack, but it does come with a dongle, something that the Pixel 4 does not come with. So if you want to have that dongle so you can use wired earbuds, they're right there. Or you could use something like these TreadLab X5s right here with Bluetooth, just to listen to them. Whatever's your pleasure, you can go with that. Now, a couple of things that I do want to talk about though here. I'll share the tweet if I can find it, because I read a tweet earlier this morning and it explains something about the Pixel 4 that I want to share with those people who didn't know. One of the major things is that why does the Pixel 4 not have 4K 60 frames per second? That is something that is just irking everybody out there. I'm not one, because I'm not worried about that. You would think I would because I make YouTube videos, but no, I'm not too worried about that. But it does kind of make sense though. There's a group of guys who went out and tweeted, and they gave some statistics for you guys, so I will follow me on Twitter because I will retweet this when I find it. I want you guys to know about this. Apparently 4K 60 frames non-existent on the Pixel 4, only because when you're using the video camera, both telephoto and regular lens is running simultaneously. This is something that they said in their tweet. They are also working on modifying Gcam to allow to basically actually just shut off the use of the telephoto during video taking, so then that way they could enable 60 frames per second in 4K. But that's going to take some work, and it's not a guarantee that that's going to happen. They are trying because they want to give that experience to those people who have the Pixel 4 who absolutely demand 4K 60 frames per second. They are trying to make that happen. But again, there are people out there who will tinker phones. That's why I said that's the reason why I love Android so much. You can play around with it. It is open source, and if you have people willing to do the work, then they will do something to help benefit you. So there's no reason. There's no reason to huff and puff and blow a house down just because it doesn't got 4K 60 frames per second. Someone is going to eventually find a way to make that happen. If it's a modification to the software they got to do, they will do it. Okay, but it just takes the time, work, and effort into it. So if you don't want to get the Pixel 4 because it lacks a biometric reader, if you don't want to get the Pixel 4 because it doesn't have an ultra wide angle or any of that stuff, or maybe the price, which is one of the biggest points, the price is just too much, but you want to experience a Pixel, they get a Pixel 3, because it's still a pretty solid phone in my book. But that's all I got to say in this video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed today's video. If you just found my channel and subscribed, I appreciate that. Hit the bell option wherever it's at to be notified when I upload another video. Shout out to Sneed for commenting on the other video regarding photos and videos. If you have not seen that video, go ahead and check it out. It's just basically just average photos. I'm just point shooting, okay? Not doing a whole lot extra stuff in there. And yeah, then you guys can see what I'm talking about average photos. That's it. Friday video. Thanks for coming in and tuning in. Thank you to my son for livening up the background, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. I'm out of here, and you guys should too. Enjoy your weekend. Aloha.